Hello everybody, Squirrel Dev here, back here again. I've got some new updates for you for FreeLiberatorDx2. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this. First things first, I made a lot of updates to the Devil Tools part of things. I've added a bunch of new functionality, including the ability to level up devils or demons, if you prefer, for in-game. I've actually created a new EXP system here that will not be consistent with the original server, but it would just make a bit more sense for me. All this basically does is it takes all values, strength, vitality, magic, agility, arc, etc., and every time you level up, it just increases all those by 1. I've also made it so that way for experience-wise, all you need is 100 experience times the level. So if you're level 1, you need 100 experience. If you're level 2, you need 200 experience, and so on and so forth. Um, I'm actually just going to add something here real quick. I'll do that off screen. I'll make it so that way if the I'll make it so that way the experience kind of just gets reset to 0 every time. So that way it already I'll just add 100 to that at the end, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. Basically 100 experience between level 1 and level 2, 200 experience between level 2 and level 3, and so on and so forth. I've added the ability for summoners to learn skills, as well as add some functions to update the home party. I've, of course, added the ability for summoners to level up so they can get stuff. So I've added users, summoners, and devils all into the same thing, Devil Tools. I've added a common function into JSON tools for Make Unique. This will allow devils and all sorts of other functions that create unique IDs, because I found there's a lot of things that make unique IDs to just call upon in the JSON tools. Here in the param tools, I've also added a couple of things. So as you know before, I created a clean function to allow the thing to kind of remove the .param thing, but I found a couple of bugs in there, and to address that, I've created a toJSON and URI formatter as well. And what this will do is the URI formatter will take a JSON string, or a JSON object, I mean, and turn that into a URI array that can then be passed right back into this clean function. And then I've created a toJSON function that takes a URI string and converts it back into a JSON object to be manipulated in other files. I've also created a quest tools, and this one is new. It essentially updates what quests you have unlocked. That's basically all it is to it. It just updates what quests you have unlocked every time you complete a new battle or a new quest. Speaking of battles, I've added the ability to enter into battles besides the tutorial battle. And here basically takes the just it enters, all the demons and stuff into things. And something I've added is a temp file into the players folder that will and I've actually added this a few minutes ago before recording. And what this will do is will allow me to save stats before a battle, and I will also add temporary files for whenever you obtain demons through battle talk in battle. so that way that can be added to the party. And battle result, as you can see, I got a bunch of console logs. I'm actually kind of still working on this, but I'm pretty much still working on this, but eventually what it will do is we'll generate an entirely new result JSON file unique to that battle and combine it with an existing result.json file in that folder. I'll probably rename that to success.json later on so I can return a failure.json. Other than that, shortly I'm going to add the ability to skip the entire game introduction, which is basically the tutorial, and it will update everything. But as of now, this is just a boilerplate. But other than that, I've just added all the tutorial stuff. I've even added in-game tutorial end finally, so it'll update the in-game tutorial list with what all tutorials you've completed and stuff. Other than that, I've went ahead and reorganized the servers, so that way all the servers and the scraper, of course, are in a new folder called main. And you can activate each server individually or together with new commands. I'll include those in the README. And I finally started work on the web view portion of things, which is just an HTML file saying, yo, this is a test. But as of now, that's kind of it. Alright, I've also added some stuff into the scraper. I fixed it a bit, so that way it also downloads ab.txt, because before the scraper wouldn't download ab.txt, and that would cause errors to occur if you were launching the game for the first time. I've also separated the check code, the language code, and the platform. The check code is effectively tells the server what version of assets you want to download. The language code is obvious. It tells you what language you want to download. And the platform, I just set it to Android for now. If I ever get an iOS device and start logging packets from that, I can get the platform code for iOS so I can download its assets. I will make a video down the line showing you how to update the check code, and I will also include that into the README as well upon releasing that video. But as of now, I will just be updating the check code every time a new version of the app comes out, because the check code updates every time a new version of the app comes out. Other than that, that's pretty much it right now, just preparing to get everything up and running. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. I'm sorry if you hear things in the background. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. I will create a new... I've already pushed all these up to GitHub, by the way, but I will create a new video showing you how to do the check code. And I will also try to figure out what all language codes the app supports. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I'll also create a video showing how the game responds in the custom server and the official servers and how to set all that up. But other than that, this is Squirrel Dev signing off.